Hi, I'm Gabby, and welcome to the second episode of Shriek of the Week in 720p. This week we're talking about The Mist. That's the wrong way around. The Mist. Directed by Frank Darabont, who's most well known for directing Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile, but what most people might not know about him is that he's primarily worked in horror. He wrote the screenplays for Nightmare on Elm Street 3 Dream Warriors, which is, in my opinion, the best Nightmare on Elm Street film by far.
Let's get high.
He wrote the 80s remake of The Blob, which is also a banger. I believe he's one of the creators of the Walking Dead TV series. He's at least a writer on it. And this film, The Mist, just like The Walking Dead, is a sort of like apocalyptic survival story. And just like Shawshank Redemption and The Green Mile, based on a book by Stephen King. Now, what this film is about a father, played by Thomas Jane, who one day just, casually goes to the local supermarket with his son, only for a mist to basically surround the supermarket. And here's the twist, it's not just any old mist. This mist is deadly. Now, when I first saw this film, I went into it thinking that the mist itself was the threat, like it was some kind of flesh-eating, kind of acid sort of mist, kind of like, I hate that I'm going to make this reference, but like in Hunger Games Catching Fire. But no, it's what's in the mist that's the real threat. Kind of like in John Carpenter's The Fog, how it's not the fog that's the threat, it's the evil zombie pirates inside the fog. This film is very, very good. The Blu-ray I have here, this is the US import I bought mainly because I really like the cover of this. It's the Drew Struzan poster that he did that I think went unused in the marketing for the film until they used it for the Blu-ray at least. And this contains the black and white version, which is the version that I watched, which, seeing clips from the theatrical cut, the color version, it does make a lot more sense for this film to be in black and white because the cinematography, or at least like the lighting, is not that great. That it looks like a TV movie, not just in terms of the lighting, but also in terms of the effects. The effects are incredibly subpar, and the black and white does a good job of kind of making them look a bit less shit. But also it complements the sort of B-movie vibe that the film is going for, or that the film is paying homage to. This film has a very sort of like Night of the Living Dead kind of feel.
I always had it in mind, actually, to want to do The Mist in black and white because there's something about Stephen King's story that's a bit of a throwback. In fact, even he says in an afterword he once wrote that when he was writing the story, conceiving the story, he was inspired by those old grainy black and white Burt I. Gordon monster movies of his youth. So to me, this has always been a bit of a throwback to that mid-'60s Night of the Living Dead, pre-color Ray Harryhausen era of film.
And if you've seen Night of the Living Dead, you know that despite that being a B movie, It's not very campy and is very serious and bleak and depressing. The same applies to The Mist. Now, one of the most famous things about this film is its ending, and I'm not going to spoil it here, but it is one of the most amazingly frustrating endings of all time. It's perfect, and I hate it at the same time. Also, the music in that scene, I believe the track is called, I don't know what the track's called. It's great. I didn't realize that because I'd heard the track before in other things. I didn't realize that it originated from this film. You'll know it when you hear it, or if you've seen the film before, you know what I'm talking about already. One of the things I love about this film, and one of the things I love about a lot of Stephen King's work, is the kind of like small town feel of the film. In this supermarket, you get quite a range of characters. You get Thomas Jane's neighbor, who he has a bit of a feud with, played by the late Andre Bauer. Rest in peace. He's very, very good in the film. There's also this very sort of like religious fanatic character who I referenced in my Lawnmower Man video last week. You get a real sense of the community in this film, and it makes it all the more impactful when you see these kind of dynamics show their true colors, as you see this group of people kind of start to divide and take sides. It reminds me a lot of Midnight Mass, this film, and I'm sure that Mike Flanagan was very inspired by Stephen King when making that series. It's a real shame that this film didn't do very well at the box office. I think it came out in, I want to say 2007, 2008. I might be wrong. And Frank Darabont has not directed a film since then. He's only done TV. Maybe that's what he wants. Maybe TV is where he's more at home. I have no idea, honestly. I've never really heard him comment on that. But it would be really nice to see another film by him. I'm a big fan of what I've seen from him so far. As I say, I love Dream Warriors, I love The Blob, and I love The Mist. Shawshank Redemption is also great, but I feel like everyone loves that movie, so it's not even really worth bringing up. Green Mile I haven't seen. I'll get to it eventually. It's just it's 3 hours long. I gotta work up to it, you know? So yeah, that's The Mist. I would highly recommend it. Please comment below if you've seen the film already, what you think of it. Um, and yeah, have a good rest of your week, and see you in the next one.